All right, let's talk about it. We're getting to the end of the year, and you know what that means? It's that time we all look back at those big goals we set way back in January. So how'd it go? Did you crush them? Or, did life kind of get in the way after a few months? Hey, if you're feeling even a little bit of that end-of-year disappointment, you are in good company. But here's the good news. The year isn't over. Not by a long shot. And there's still plenty of time to make it an incredible one. So first things first, let's get real about why so many of us fall off the wagon with our goals. It's not some personal failure, okay? It's actually a super common thing. And the numbers really tell the story. Get this, a study from Forbes found that a whopping 94% of people give up on their goals within just the first few months. 94%. So if you're in that boat, just take a breath. It just means you're human. But here's the thing, being normal doesn't have to be your final destination.
And that's the real question, isn't it? What's the secret sauce for that other 6%? What do they know that the rest of us don't? Well, it's not some magic trick. It all comes down to a shift in your mindset. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can make that shift and join that 6% starting right now.
You know, the key to completely turning your year around, it lies in this really powerful psychological idea. Once you get this one rule, it can totally reframe how you see the time you have left. It's a game changer. So here's the deal with our brains. They don't just sit there and calculate the average of an entire experience. Nope. Neuroscience shows us we remember two specific moments way more than anything else. The most intense part, that's the peak. And how it all finished up, that's the end. Think about your last vacation. You probably don't remember every single second, but I bet you remember the absolute best part and how you felt on that last day, right? Okay, so here's how this applies to your year. You might be feeling like the past 10 months were kind of a bust, but guess what? Your memory of this whole year won't be an average of all 365 days. It's going to be defined by its highest points and, this is the crucial part, by how you finish it. You are still in complete control of the ending. Think about it like this. If you had 12 lakh rupees and you lost 1 lakh, you wouldn't just light the other 11 lakh on fire, would you? Of course not. You'd be smart with what you have left. Well, the exact same logic applies to your time. Don't throw away these last precious weeks. It's time to invest them and write a seriously strong ending. But hold on, before we can build that amazing ending, we got to tear down a few mental walls that are probably holding you back. And that means we need to accept 3 fundamental truths about what it actually takes to make progress. First up, what I call the knowledge trap. We all know we should eat healthier. We know we should exercise more. We know we should read those books on the shelf. But just knowing has never, ever changed a single thing. The only thing that creates results is doing. So let's just accept that and commit to moving from just knowing to actually doing. Second, we've got to understand the difference between motion and progress. Watching motivational videos, making the perfect plan, reading another article, that's all motion. Yeah, it feels really productive, but it doesn't actually get you any closer to the finish line. Progress is taking one real step, no matter how small it is, towards your goal. And finally, let's just kill the January myth once and for all. Waiting for a new year to start is the ultimate excuse. It's procrastination dressed up as a plan. Real change doesn't come from a date on the calendar. It comes from building habits. And the science is clear. You can start building a life-changing habit in as little as 21 days. So the time to start, it's right now. Okay, now that we've cleared out all that mental clutter, it's time to build. I'm going to give you a simple 6-step plan to guide your comeback. It's called the Finish Framework, and it's your blueprint for ending this year on a high note. We're going to walk through each of these step by step. That's F for fix one goal, I for initiate micro actions, N for noise and cut excuses, I for integrate habit stacking, S for start win momentum, and H for hold yourself accountable. Let's do this. All right, step 1 is all about radical focus. I mean, think about Michael Phelps. The guy didn't win 23 Olympic gold medals by trying to swim and also play cricket and practice football. No way. He focused on one pool, one stroke, over and over again. And get this, research from the University of Chicago actually shows that when you focus on one single specific goal, your chances of success can jump by 2 to 3 times. So, my question for you is, what is your one thing for the rest of this year? Next, we're going to take that one big goal and break it down into something so small it's almost silly. A Stanford professor named B.J. Fogg proved this works. He wanted to get fit, so he committed to doing just 2 push-ups every time he brushed his teeth. Soon enough,
That tiny start turned into a full workout routine. Just remember the saying, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Your whole system starts with one tiny action.
Now for the tough love part. We have to cut out the noise and eliminate the excuses. The endurance athlete David Goggins famously said that most of us quit when we've only given about 40% of what we're actually capable of. That means a massive 60% of our potential is just lost to excuses. It is time to push past that 40% wall and find out what you're really made of. This next one is such a simple but brilliant life hack. A study found that when you attach a new habit you want to build to one you already have, your chance of actually sticking with it skyrockets by 91%. That's insane. So, it looks like this. After I have my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or, after I get home from work, I will immediately change into my gym clothes. You're linking your new goal to an automatic part of your day and letting your old routine do all the heavy lifting for you.
And this brings us to the incredible power of momentum. You've probably heard Admiral William McRaven's famous advice, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Why? Because it gives you a tiny sense of pride. It's your first win of the day. There's science behind this too. It's called the winner effect, and it shows that small victories give you a little dopamine rush that makes you want more wins. This is how you build a positive, upward spiral of success. Just stack those small wins, one after another.
Finally, the thing that holds all of this together: accountability. You have to measure your progress. Think about John D. Rockefeller, the world's very first billionaire. He said his success was down to one simple habit. Every single night, without fail, he'd sit down and review his financial ledger. He measured everything, because what gets measured gets managed. It doesn't matter if it's tracking your workouts in a notebook or just journaling for 5 minutes a day. Measure your progress to stay on track.
And there you have it, the peak end rule to completely shift your mindset, and the finish framework to guide your actions. Look, the past is already written, but the conclusion to your year, that's still a totally blank page, and you're the one holding the pen.
This isn't just about trying to save what's left of the year. This is about executing a legendary comeback. It's about creating a peak moment and a powerful ending that's going to redefine this entire 12-month journey for you. So what are you going to write in this final chapter? What will your peak be?